I give glory and honor to God today, and I thank God for all of you.
Amen.
First person in all my life, in each and every one of our individual lives, that we have to forgive is ourselves.
Yes.
We have to forgive ourselves. We have to forgive the fact that we've let ourselves down, that we made some bad decisions, that we didn't follow through on some plans, some things that we expected of ourselves, we did not get from ourselves, and we have to learn how to forgive ourselves, because we will never adequately understand how to forgive people unless we forgive ourselves first. You can't move past your own offense. There's no way that you can move past the offenses of others. If you imprison yourself, you'll never be able to live free with other people. And it is the same thing with love. I can't love somebody else properly unless I love me first.
Yeah.
I have to, number one, understand how to love me. Number two, understand how to receive the love of the Father. And then number three, understand how to give the love of the Father that I receive. Because I can't give my own love. It's contaminated. So what I have to give is the love of God. Because it's pure love. It's real love. My love is limited. It really is. My love is limited. I'll only go so far with you. And the reason why I've gone further with some people in my life is because God extended me and attached himself to me, and I was able to go further than I intended to go. We've been talking here lately, doing a series called Love Jones. And Love Jones is one of my favorite movies. I used to like Darius Love Hall swag. I like that. Yeah. But we've been talking about love from every aspect. From marital to common law marital, dating, love. Doesn't matter who you are, everybody in the room at some point, way or another has been affected or infected rather by love. Didn't realize how sensitive this topic really was. I didn't until I started teaching on it. If you wasn't, Greg said it best, man, great job, Deacon Smith, great job, Greg Fisher, great job. Reverend Lashley said, man, I've never seen a pastor allow that many people to stand behind the pulpit. He said, no church that I've been to, I've never seen it. He said people are really growing spiritually. Yes. Amen. Developing and maturing. And then he turned this way, I turned my way, and we both shed some tears over it. Man, you going to church, you going to cry in each other's face. Run away from you, homie. But I thank God for the spiritual growth and development that is taking place here. And before I don't have long, before I get started, I want to say great job on yesterday. I heard about it. The women's board, great job. I heard y'all did hair, makeup, nails, all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, great job. Reverend, I heard you did an awesome and excellent job. Yeah. Word on the street is it went down in here yesterday. Word on the street. We into this thing called Love Jones. And I've been playing music that have to do with love, even though they're not gospel songs, they're still relative. So I have a song today. I'm not even putting it up to the thing. I don't know if you know this song. You heard this song before? This lady's talking about happy feelings or something. somebody gonna go to their car, their cooler, in the trunk of their car. Come back, come back. We're in church. Come back, come back.
That's right.
She said, I want to spread this. I got myself to remind me of love. And I want to tell all I see about these happy feelings. Excitement. You know Frankie Beverly. Heard the song. You've gone to the concerts. You got the greatest hits. You know about it. The problem is feelings change. So when happy feelings change, what do you spread?
Come on.
She says, I got myself to remind me of love. What happens when I can't remind myself how it feels to be loved?
Come on.
What happens when I don't remember what a loving touch feels like because I've been handled so roughly? What happens when I don't remember how a loving and kind word feels because I've been talked to so harshly? What do I use to remind me when I've been handled wrong? She says, I want to spread these happy feelings. That was Lettucey, by the way. I want to spread these happy feelings all over the world. From deep in my soul, what happened when there are issues, when I have soul issues?
Come on now.
What do I spread over the world when I have soul issues? I spread my issues.
Yeah.
What happens when my soul has issues and troubles with love? I spread the issues of my soul, the troubles that I have. I don't believe in it. It's worthless. It's pointless. Love is for suckers. Be realistic, man. You don't have to love. Just come on, man. Come on. We live in a real world. We live in a real society where love is almost obsolete. Now we have business relationships and business partnerships. And what can you bring to the table? And let's see what I can bring to the table. And let's see if we can balance these scales and learn how to live cohesively with each other without having to compromise that much of each other, of our individual selves, to the point that we can still be happy and make great appearances in front of families and people and friends. But this love thing, maybe later. We were in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, and I couldn't get past verse 4. And it was talking about all that love is and what love does. Now, there are times, Jarvis, I'm going to talk to you because I know you be listening. Jarvis, there are times when we meet people or people meet us that we become a character. I said it 3 weeks ago. We become whomever they need us to be. Men, we do it to get the number. Women, you do it to see, well, get the poppy-dogs, get the poppy-dogs. I'm with that. I go with that. I didn't want to sound chauvinistic because I'm not. But whomever, I didn't want to say it, you know. I ain't saying she ain't messing up. My baby, Jamie Foxx messed me up. The problem is who we become, because it's needed at the time, does not last. I said she don't like soft-spoken guys, so you put a little DMX in your voice. You know, she doesn't like guys that's too serious, so you know, spit a little Kevin Hart Jones. Say it with your chest. He doesn't like women who are too churchy, so you hide your spirituality. Yeah, he likes some balanced women. Going out ain't really your thing. you more of a homebody, kind of boring type person. That's really you, but he kind of like to move around a little bit, and it's not really your thing, but you do it, and you do it uncomfortably. You just don't look uncomfortable because you're playing a role. 1 Corinthians gives us not only the attributes of love, but it gives us the side of love that we can't pretend.
Come on.
I can't pretend to suffer long with you. I can't act like I'm going to be here and I'm not. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, or somebody may say charity, I become a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy to understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains, and have not charity or love, I am nothing. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, though I give my body to be burned, and have not charity or love, it profits me nothing. Charity suffers long, or love suffers long, and is kind. So not only does it suffer long, but it's kind while it's suffering. Unless your Bible says something different. It says charity or love suffers long, comma, and is kind. Your Bible says that? Okay. So that means while love is suffering, it is still kind. So love does not reflect what it's experiencing. But rather love shows the opposite of what it's receiving. Unless your Bible says something different. Because mine says that charity suffers long, comma, and is kind.
Yeah. Come on.
Love envieth not.
Yeah.
Love vaineth not, or vaunteth not itself. It's not puffed up now. Most people believe that vaunteth or vaunteth not itself and is not puffed up is the same thing. That's not true.
Come on.
Not puffed up is something that you can do privately. But when you vaunt yourself, you make a public display of all your attributes. So the first one is publicly, and then puffed up is privately. Does not behave itself unseemingly, seeketh not her own. Wait a minute. Now it's talking about love in a female, feminine sense and gender. Seeketh not her own, is not easily provoked, thinketh no evil. Rejoice, verse 6, rejoice not in iniquity, but rejoice in truth. Verse 7, bears all things, believe all things, hope all things, endures all things. I can't pretend that. I don't care how fine you are. You can be sexy as all get out. I cannot pretend for a long period of time that I'm going to endure all things with you.
Come on now.
I cannot act for a long period of time like I'm going to rejoice in all your truth when I don't believe that it's the truth. I cannot pretend. So what 1 Corinthians 13 is talking about, it's talking about the show that I cannot put on. See, it has to be in me to suffer. I can't act like I'm going to hang in there until you get better.
Come on.
I can't. It has to be somewhere on the inside of me that I am willing to stay until something changes. Here's what suffer long, here's what it translates to in the Greek. In the Greek, it means to patiently endure until change comes. I cannot pretend to be patient because I wear patience in my attitude. I wear patience in my face. I wear patience in my body gesture. I wear patience in my words. I wear patience in my tone.
Yeah.
You okay? Yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
No, really okay? Yeah, I said I'm okay. I'm okay, but I don't sound like I'm okay. Sir, thank you for being patient. No problem. I'm saying it's okay, but I don't sound like it's okay. So you can read a lack of patience all over me. And here's the problem. People confuse patience with waiting.
Come on. Make it plain.
People say, I want the patience of Job. Job didn't have patience. He waited. The scripture never says Job had patience. It said Job waited. Here's the difference. if I'm on the runway, sitting on my plane, ready to fly to San Francisco, because it's a cool 72 degrees in the afternoon and about 65 at night, and I love it. I can sleep with the sliding door of my hotel room open. Board the plane, get on the runway, ready to go to San Fran. Here's the call from the stewardess. We're going to be delayed 20 minutes. Now, in my opinion, when we get on the runway, it's time to take off. Or leave me where we were. So I'm in a ready to take off position, but I hear that I'm going to be delayed. I have no choice. I can't get off the plane. I can't go fly and make it take off on my own. Okay? So what I have to do is wait. I don't have a choice. I'm waiting.
All right.
Patience is my attitude or how I am while I'm having to wait.
Come on.
Okay.
I can be waiting with an attitude which signifies I'm impatient. I can be waiting and complaining which signifies I'm impatient. I can be waiting and mad that signifies I'm impatient. Patience is not the fact that I have to wait, but it's how I am while I wait.
Come on.
I cannot pretend not to have an attitude with somebody while I am waiting for them to change or to be different. Because here's the deal. Whatever we intend on loving, or whomever we intend on loving, they are going to put a demand on our love to test the quality of it,
Come on.
the quantity of it, and the strength of it. And there are some times when we'll set our focus on loving a weak object. Like God did me. He loved a weak object. The question is, can I continue to love this object until this object becomes strong? Because I know that I can't love it strong. I can't love you enough to make you strong. You can't love me enough to strengthen me. God is the only one that can do it. So the question is, can you love me long enough until God strengthens me and changes me from weak to strong? I can't pretend to love you long enough. I don't care how happy the feelings were when I met you. I know I went and told everybody, hey man, she's it. Oh my God, dog, you have to meet her. Tell you what, hey, have something at your house. I'm going to bring her over, and y'all just got to meet her. I don't care how strong and how happy my feelings were. And how much I put it on Facebook. Ooh, found one. Bingo. Got one good bingo. I'm out to play a game. I'm out. I don't care how happy my feelings were. I cannot pretend. And if I am pretending, I can only pretend for so long before who I really am under me pretending comes out.
Come on.
Because no matter what character I have to play to woo you, what's in my real character is going to come out before long. Now, I said 2 weeks ago, in part 2, that around about the 9th month, it's going to be a birth, which is not going to be new to me, but new to you. Around the 36th week, I know who's going to be born. You don't know who's going to be born. Because I had to be who you needed me to be, because had I approached you and said, hey, listen, I think that you are amazingly beautiful. As a matter of fact, I do recall, but it's been only 2 or 3 other times that I've seen a woman that looked the way that you look. However, I have some issues at times in explaining my whereabouts, but I would like to get your phone number, if you don't mind, because I want to talk to you and really get to know you. And I may need to borrow your car. They wouldn't give me the number. They wouldn't. I wouldn't get the number. I wouldn't get the time of day. I would get the rejection hotline. You have reached the rejection hotline. If you haven't seen this number, it's because somebody, you ever call it number? I would get the rejection hotline. I promise you I would. But then if I just told them, listen, I really want to get to know you just a little further. I'm really a nice guy. I just can't hold down the job. Because when people get on my nerves, I quit. But can I get your email address? I like to email you sometime. They wouldn't give it to me. They wouldn't. So you know what I have to do? I have to become whomever you need me to become. Become whomever you need me to be so that I can woo you, win you, whatever it takes. That's what I have to become. The problem is that person can't live for long, Kim. My real character is going to show up and come out. And if I believe in iniquity and not truth, you're going to see it. If I behave seemingly and not unseemingly, you're going to see it. If I seek my own, you're going to see it. If I am a provoker, you are going, I'm writing the scripture. If I think evil, you're going to see it. If I rejoice not in what God does, you're going to see it. If I can't bear all things, you're going to see it. If I don't believe nothing you say, you're going to see it. If I don't hope for the best for you at all, you're going to see it. And if I walk away, you're going to find out whether or not it's in me to walk away. You're going to find out because 1 Corinthians 13 is suggesting that these are things that I cannot pretend. These are things that has to be embedded in my character. They cannot be a part of a character that I portray.
Come on. Come on.
So verse 7 says that love bears all things. Now, wait a minute. Because that's almost worse than suffering long. Love bears all things, love believe all things, love hope all things, love endure all things. How does love believe a liar? You couldn't tell the truth to save your life. Okay, you lie. That's what you do. You lie. But how does love believe a liar? How does love bear someone who's emotionally heavy? How does love do that? Every time I talk to you, I'll be happy. And by the time I finish, I'm just as sad and depressed as you are. My goodness, you kill my optimism. With a pessimistic point of view, I don't understand. Why are you so negative? You don't know any negative. I'm the only one who knows. You don't know negative. You don't know people that you so happy about your parade, and then they dump buckets of water on it to rain on your parade. You don't know people that you come with the optimistic point of view and all they speak is negative. Yeah, that's good, and they always have a story or a relation to tell you somebody who had what you got and how theirs went bad, so be careful. Don't get too excited because you know it can turn at any time. Wait a minute. They don't see the upside of life. They only see the downside of life. These are the type of people that wait for calamity to happen. They wait for your good to turn bad. They wait for your good news to eventually become bad news. They wait for the stuff that excites you to disappoint you. They wait for your truth to become a lie. They wait for things in your life to go downhill, turn around, go back from whence they came. They wait for things like this, and they rejoice when they do. And the first thing they want to say is, I told you. How does love bear?
Come on here.
People that are emotionally heavy.
Yeah.
Every time I talk to you, I was happy before I got on this phone. That's why I only text you, because I can't tell if you're sad or happy doing a text. And if you send me a text that I don't like, I'm not going to even read it or open up anymore. I don't have to hear your tone. That's why you wonder why people don't want to talk to us on the phone. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. That was a sidebar. But how does love bear all things? And when things are heavy, how does love continue? It believes all, it hopes all, it endures all. Love can tolerate a liar because love just believes that the liar is not going to tell the truth. But I can love you in spite of the fact that you lied to me. I love you enough not to believe. The sky's pink. Man, God bless you. I still believe it's blue, but I love you anyway. grass isn't green. It's orange. Listen, man, if that's your point of view, no problem, but I can love you. There's no sense in me saying, get away from me. Peter lied to Jesus a few times.
Come on now.
Oh, no, I'll never deny you. Not me. I'll give my life for you. No, you won't. You'll take off running. I'll do this. No, you're not, man. You're going to deny me 3 times. No, I'll never deny you. First time, bam. Second time, bam. Third time, cock-a-doodle-doo. Yeah, I knew you was going to do it. But what did Jesus do before Peter denied it? Come here, man. Let me wash your feet.
Come on here.
Come here first. Come here. Listen, I know that you're going to deny me.
Right.
I know that you're going to lie and say that you don't know me. I know you're going to even get so mad that you're going to cuss. You're going to curse somebody and say, I told you I ain't knowing. You're going to jump in like, what? I told you I ain't knowing. But before you betray me, before you deny me, come here and let me wash your feet.
Yeah.
Because I got to create for you a solid foundation in your life so that these lies won't knock you out of. Because guess what? You're bigger than the lie that you're telling. You're bigger than the denial that you're portraying. So I'm going to lay a foundation that's going to keep you, that even when you fall down, you don't fall off. So let me wash your feet before you lie about me.
Come on now.
That's how love endures a lie.
Yes. Oh my God. Jesus, my Lord.
Come here, Judas.
Come on now. Come on.
Because love bears all things.
Yeah.
Come here, Judas.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I'm getting ready to go through the most horrendous thing that any man will ever have to go through. And it's going to be at your hand.
Yeah.
But come here, let me wash your feet before you bust your move. Listen, I'm getting ready to be falsely accused and drugged from courtroom to courtroom. I'm getting ready to be hit in the face by every Roman soldier that's going to be in my presence. I'm getting ready to have meat ripped from my back, being scourged with 39 lashes. I'm getting ready to have 36 streams of blood to roll down my chest. I'm getting ready to have spikes sent through my feet and sent through my hands. I'm getting ready to have a crown of thorns on my head, and it's going to all be because of you. But before you bust your moves and do what it is that I'm going to have to go to the garden and pray to get ready to endure what I'm getting ready to endure. But before you do it, commit and let me wash your feet. Come on. That's how love bears all. I know what you're going to do. I know what's in your character. I know what's in your nature. But it's enough love in me to cover whatever it is that you're going to do to me. So come here.
Thank you, Jesus. Yeah. Jesus.
I don't know if I can do that with people.
Jesus.
I know what you're going to do. I know you're going to sabotage me. I know you're going to work not with me, but you're going to work against me on purpose. You're going to sow seeds of discourse on purpose. You're going to put snares in my vineyard on purpose. You're going to plant weeds beside my wheat on purpose so that the tear can grow with the weed. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to love you while the weeds are being planted. I'm going to love you while the weeds are growing, because there is somebody who is able to separate the wheat from the tear. And the person who is able to separate the wheat from the tear has put something in me that I can even bear this from you.
Yeah. Hallelujah.
Love hopes all things, it endures all things. Verse 8 says, love never fails. 5 minutes and I'm done. It says, love never fails. But where there are prophecies, they shall fail. But where there be tongues, they shall cease. Where there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. For we know in part anyway. Wait a minute. I got another Bible on here. Hold on. Because I had to talk this out to you a little bit. Yeah, here we go. Verse 8. Message Bible. Love never dies. Inspired speech will be over someday. Praying in tongues will end. Understanding will reach its limit. We know only a portion of truth.
Come on.
And what we say about God is always incomplete anyway. But when the complete arrives, the incomplete will be canceled. Verse 11, when I was an infant in my mother's breast, I gurgled and cooed. I love that. Like an infant. When I grew up, I left those ways for good. I left those infant ways for good. Verse 8 says, love don't die. It does not end. Inspired speech will fail. Praying in tongues will cease. Understanding will reach its limits. We only know a portion of truth anyway. And what we say about God is always incomplete because we speak about God only from our understanding. God has to give us a revelation to speak about him. So Jesus tells Peter, flesh and blood didn't reveal it. Brother, you don't know who I am. But I can reveal to you who I am, and then you can speak it when I reveal it. But other than that, you just don't talk from what you know. Oh, you Elias. You John the Baptist. You Elijah. I'm incomplete as long as I'm on this side of heaven. But at some point, complete is going to show up. And when incomplete show up, the incompleteness about me will be discarded. Love never dies. You didn't love the first person that wasn't kin to you that you told, I love you. You didn't love him. If you did, you would be with him. Will you go with me, circle yes or no? Okay, that's 80s. Let's go back to the 70s. The first person you courted? Yeah, I like that word. First person you courted, because it wasn't dating to your parents, it was called court. Yeah, court. So the first little fast girl, or the first little hoodlum that you courted, that you said you loved, you didn't, because you would still be with him. You said what you said based on how you felt at the time. Yeah. Could nobody talk you out of it? Your mama tried to tell you, no, better leave that little knothead boy alone. Your daddy threatened him every time he came. And if your daddy wasn't there, either your papa did it, your big cousin, or your uncle threatened him. Yeah. They gave him that eye, like, okay, this is my granddaughter, my niece, this is my cousin. Bust a move if you want to and see what happened. Or this is my little sister. Yeah, somebody threatened him, yeah, but you was just in love and all shook up. Your mama tried to tell you, that girl fast. You didn't even know what fast was. You just knew your mama said it. And you knew it wasn't good if she was saying it like that. But I don't really know what fast means. But if she didn't like it, it must be something to be happy about. You had her name written all over your tablet. That was just it. Everybody knew it. She wore your starter jacket, your Letterman jacket. She wore your hat at school. Yeah, you loved her, but you ain't with them. Because love never dies. Yeah. When she started liking the new guy that came to school, and when he started liking the new girl, you quit liking them. Yeah, when you were no longer the center of their focus, of their love, then they were removed as the center and focus of your love. But this Bible says that love beareth all things. Love endures all things, and love hopes all things. So truthfully, and I'm not saying it in a derogatory or a negative way, I'm just saying it's the truth. There are some people that we said we loved in our life that we didn't, because we didn't really know what love was. Now here's the deal. 1 Corinthians chapter 13 is not giving us a humane type love. It's telling us about a God type love. This is what a God type love does through us. And if I don't have this type of love right here, I'll never love people that I intend to love.
Jesus Christ.
Because there's been plenty of people in my life that I said, I ain't got to take this off you. You got me twisted. I don't have to take this off you. Matter of fact, oh no, I'm out. Truth is, if I love them, I do have to take it off for you. I ain't got to deal with this. If I love you, I do. If I love you. 75% of our heartache has not come from people whom we did not love. It has come from people that we genuinely love. Because those are the people that I don't have to suffer alone with a stranger. But somebody that I intend to love, I do.
That's right.
Whether it's a friendship, whatever, if I believe that I'm going to love you with an agape type love, I'm going to have to take some stuff off.
That's right.
I got members that I love that will not come to church. They text me their prayer requests. They won't show up. When I call, they said, I'm coming. They lie. I've never lied to them. But they feel it all right to lie to me. It's okay to lie to the pastor. If the pastor lies, let's remove him.
Come on here. Come on, make it.
And let's find a new one.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't show up, let's find another church to go to.
Yeah.
But they cannot show up, and I still got to show up. And they can lie to me, but I can't lie to them. And since I'm intentional on loving them with the God-type love, I have to endure every lie that they tell me.
Right.
Or I can decide I don't want to love them. But that ain't me. That ain't in me. So since I'm going to be me, I'm going to love them regardless.
That's right. That's right.
Whether they show up or not.
Yes.
And then they'll come back for 2 weeks. And then they'll be gone for 2 months. And then when they see me out in the world, that's my pastor. No, I'm not. You won't even let me pastor you.
Come on.
You have to be there for me to pastor you.
Come on now.
I'm not your pastor because you joined. I'm your pastor because you allow me to pastor you.
Right.
And if you don't allow me to pastor you, there's no way. I'm just your preacher. If I can't pastor you, I'm just a dude that you like to hear preach. That's it. But I have to endure everything because if I said I'm a lover,
Come on here.
that's what love does.
Yeah.
It bears on. I hope that, I can't wait till they show up. I hope every Sunday and every Wednesday that they walk through these doors because love hopes all things.
Yeah.
I have to endure through whatever they tell me because love endures all things.
Yeah.
And when they call me, even though I ain't seen them in 6 months, and they say, hey, I need to talk to you. Can you meet me for lunch? And they put all of these problems and issues and burdens I have to bear because love bears all things. That's what love does.
Yeah.
I can't say, you know what, listen here.
Yeah.
God bless you, but I ain't going to be able to get with you like that because I ain't seen you in 6 months. Matter of fact, you got to start over. You got to go through new members orientation again. I just show up whenever I'm called. I show up whenever I'm needed because that's what love does. The average person can't do that. When you walk away from me, you gone. No, when you walk away from me, you just not close to me. But if you need me, I still have to show up because that's what love does. It bears, it endures, it hopes, and it believes. I believe that your life is going to change as soon as you change your mind, as soon as you let God infect your heart. But until you do, keep smoking weed and coming to church, or keep smoking weed instead of coming to church. Get too drunk on Tuesday that you can't show up or even go to work on Wednesday. I'm still hoping the best for you. I'm still waiting on you to turn, change, and be delivered because there's nothing about me that's going to change because of how you are, because I have a love inside of me that I can't even explain. I don't know why I answer the phone at 3 o'clock in the morning, and while I'm counseling you, I don't know why I show up at the hospital and I ain't seen you in 6 months. I don't know why I do half the stuff I do. So it has to be the love of something that's beyond me on the inside of me that causes me to do what it is that I do. I don't know why I write letters for folks that I don't know. I don't know why I do what I do. I just do it because I got the love of the Father in me.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And I believe in all things. I'm hoping all things, and I'm going to have to patiently endure until a change comes. And I'm going to tell you this. If anybody is intentional on loving me, you're going to have to go through some stuff with me.
Come on now. Hallelujah.
You got to love me through my imperfections. You're going to have to love me through my shortcomings. You're going to have to love me through my downfalls if you plan on loving me with the love of the Father, because that's what God did. God loved me until I was no longer weak. He loved me until I started getting strength in certain areas of my life. He loved me until not only my mind changed, but my heart started to change, Vanita. The Lord loved me until I quit walking left and started going right. The Lord loved me until I quit saying that I was called and started living like I was called. The Lord loved me when I was the drunk preacher. The Lord loved me when I was a high preacher. The Lord loved me when I was a perverted preacher. The Lord loved me through so many areas and so many downfalls and shortcomings of my life. I said on Wednesday, He loved me from the city jail. He loved me from the county jail. He loved me with 200 hours of community service. He loves me with $8,000 of restitution. He loved me with 6 years of probation. He loved me off Zoloft. He loved me off Tylenol foes. He loved me off of some stuff and through some stuff.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
He loved me.
Yeah.
Until I became strong, until my mind got right. He loved me through depression until I became undepressed. He loved me through my self-esteem problems until I started believing who I was in Him. He loved me through some stuff. And if I'm going to be intentional on loving somebody, I have to know that this love is going to have to endure.
Yes. Hallelujah. Yes. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah. Listen, I don't know about y'all. I was tripping ahead. Yeah.
Hallelujah. Jesus.
I was.
Thank you, Pastor.
This love thing it's real. This love thing is, there's some of us that didn't know all that it took, or all that it takes to really display. I thought all I had to do was be a Christian.
Come on.
And pray for people and, give them scripture and hug them at church with the church hug and 6 packs on the back. But that was it, really. I thought all I had to do was not drink in public so I don't cause anybody to stumble and fall. Seriously. And I thought all I had to do was try to encourage them a little bit, bro, when they call me. That's me showing, that ain't no. I don't really know love Jarvis until I get a call at 1:45 in the morning while I'm sleeping. And get out of my bed and drive across town. Get out of my bed and go in another room so I don't wake anybody and counsel and talk somebody off the edge of suicide.
Come on here.
All right.
Yeah.
Pills in their hand. They call me before they pop.
Come on.
Because life is too hard. You don't know how to display love until the challenges that come along with them present themselves.
Yes, Lord.
And then you'll know whether or not you really love. When you don't want to go any further, and love pushes you further. When I want to stop right here because I can do bad by myself, and I didn't have as many heartache without. Before I met you, I didn't have. But now that that's when we find out what kind of love is in us. That's when we find out. When it's tested. When it's challenged. Come on, let's celebrate God. Wednesday night, we will be in Genesis chapter 3. We'll be in Genesis chapter 3. And I'll be tag teaming with Reverend Stevenson and myself. Genesis chapter 3. We're still in and talking about love. There we go. How you going to sing about love, God says, without singing about me? So I'm looking forward to this series. I'm still excited about this series. You still excited about it? Amen, amen, amen. And hopefully we'll learn how to love adequately. But the biggest part that I would like for us to get out of this series is how to really receive the love of God. Because the truth is, Vanita, if I do not receive the love of God first, I'll never know how to love you second. Because I have no frame of reference. God loves us first so that we can have a frame of reference to go by on how to love people. But if I've never had a love experience with Him, everything I'm doing with you is a waste of time. Because His frame of reference teaches me how to love you. Amen?